What's up? Welcome back to the Epic Tiki podcast. I'm Luke Soy, and my guest today is Josef Anolin.
Hello.
I pronounced that right?
Yes, you did.
Cool. All right. I have a weird last name, Soyan. It's like no one knows. They're like Soin, Sion. Like no one ever knows what to say.
So in, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Never heard that one. No, I'm kidding. No, it's okay. I do that joke too. I'm so into the podcast that we're here. I don't know. Yeah. How you been?
Good, man.
Oh, make sure you're talking to the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
If
It's like a stage mic, so you got to get on it. That's why I'm always like, yeah, comedians. I'll have mostly comics on, and then hopefully then people are. They'll do.
Yeah, I don't do many podcasts, so. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing good. Had a very interesting show yesterday. Doing another one tonight here in Sac, and then heading to Manteca for the weekend, Friday, Saturday at Deaf Puppies.
Nice.
Yeah.
What shows are you doing here in Sacramento?
I'm doing Drew Abser's show tonight. I think it's at like 7:30 or something.
Is it the green room thing or the plant room?
Plantation.
How do they pay you? 40 acres and a mule? Okay, I'm sorry.
There's pay.
Yeah. They give you
the Jacqueline.
the Jacqueline.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that one is.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a good time. So, it's kind of a last minute add on to the show. So it's good to, yeah, it's good to be doing shows, making a little money.
Yeah. Yeah, like comedy money. So. I tried to
$20 in a drink ticket.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to deposit a drink ticket in your Chase mobile app? It doesn't take it.
I tried. Yeah, I tried to take the photo and
Yeah.
for electronic deposit with whatever bank only.
I feel like if it's one of those drink tickets that's like a raffle ticket, it might put the number in as the routing number. You never know.
Right.
You could try it.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Who's are you featuring at Deaf Puppy or headlining or what are you doing?
Co-headlining. The story goes. Have you worked there before?
Yeah, I did one. I've hosted once one weekend.
Chris Shera, shout out to Chris. He had booked me to feature. He didn't know who was going to headline, and then the person he had was like, "Hey, I'm bringing my own." He's like, "I'm bringing my own feature," and then so Chris messaged me, "Hey, is there any way to, reschedule you?" And I'm like, "I already took time off of work, planned the trip, so I just didn't answer him."
That's a good strategy.
And then the day
freeze him out.
The day after he goes, "So fuck that guy. I'm not gonna have him headline. I'm just gonna have you co-headline with someone." And then you got Shanti Tron. So me and her are splitting both the feature and headliner money, which is nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Are you guys swapping nights? Like who's closing or
we'll figure it out.
I'm
cool with it either way. I'm not much of a draw, so.
Neither am I. We're going to get 20 views on this one.
Oh, well, now that I'm on it, 15. But
oh, shit. Okay.
yeah,
well,
so
that's all right.
Fuck up your algorithm.
I'm going to help you out on this one then.
Yeah.
I will lift your career.
Like, who doesn't want to watch a podcast where it's like two dudes in shorts
yeah.
talking not...
Nobody's doing that. There's absolutely no podcast like that on the internet.
Welcome to Two Dudes with Shorts. Yeah.
That's every episode, honestly.
Yeah, but
so far, I'm trying to get girls. Oh, I don't know. Girls won't talk to me, man. I'm trying to get girls. I'm on Bumble. I'm swiping.
Let's unpack that.
I'm like, come on to my podcast. I mean, don't have to come, but please come be on the podcast. All right, I don't know. It's been yeah. No, I'm good.
I'm trying to get girls. Me too, man. Yeah. Let's talk about them.
Yeah. How's your dating life going?
There is none.
Oh, no.
No. I moved to L.A. like a year and a couple months ago.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I've been down there, and the job market was just trash. Like, I was almost unemployed for like an entire year. I got my one of 3 jobs like the day before it would have been a full year since I moved to L.A. And now I'm working to just kind of offset all the debt that I accumulated over that year.
Yeah.
So like I've gone on one date and I didn't really think it like had much promise. You know, I just think we were not gonna compatible. You know what I mean? But like, I like paid for dinner. I was like, ooh.
That's the worst feeling when you go on a date and you kind of know pretty early like this isn't going anywhere, but you're like, I still have to pay. And then you just feel like you wasted so much time and money.
Well,
it's like
even if it was
it's worse than an open mic.
Even if it was going well though, the just paying for like 2 meals was just like that like that's how broke I've been. It was like you know, everyone's like, "Oh, what's your favorite restaurant?" I'm like, dude, I don't eat out. Like, I've been getting, you know, fucking food stamps and shit just to like.
Yeah.
So you know, I just, you know.
What's your day job that you do?
I have a serving job at one restaurant, and then I'm a prep cook at another.
Okay.
So it's been, you know, it's good to like have routine and.
Yeah. Comedians are bad at having that, I feel like.
Yeah, but I'm old. I'm like ready to, you know, kind of get more settled. But you know, just being in a new city or whatever, like I was doing all kind of like odd jobs to make things mean, like catering gigs. I was a server at Elton John's Oscar watch party.
Oh. That's cool, kind of. Was it good or was it terrible?
I mean, it was pretty gay, but I mean, that was the point. So, like, they hit the nail on the head with that. And then I hadn't heard of her before, but Chappelle Ron.
Oh,
Hot Togo's lady.
Yeah, I've heard that. I know that name, but that's how I know I'm getting old, is I'm not keeping up with new pop stars.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
There'd be a new one, and I'm like there was...
They all look 12.
Yeah.
Like, everyone looks really young.
Or they have like an adult body, but their face is 12, and you're like, I don't like this. Like, there was a lady that does like she does this crazy move in her music video where she like sticks her leg up and falls on her back. Do you know what I'm talking? Is that?
Well, I know, but I know the gay people started that.
Is it Charlie? Oh, yeah. She's appropriating.
Like a gay dude will beat the shit out of you at the DMV, and then like as he walks off, you'll do that fall on the ground, like just be like, bitch!" Like that's their bat flip,
yeah,
right?
Perfectly pointed leg. You're like, I can't even do that when I'm walking, and let alone.
What do they call it? Whacking. I think my sister's a dancer, so that's why I know what that shit is. But
oh wow,
yeah.
That's how not in touch with gay culture I am. I just thought that lady made it up, or one of her choreographers.
Yeah, you know.
The choreography could be a
and
gay
then,
guy.
you know, a bunch of gay people get in the comment threads like, "Oh, they're appropriating."
Yeah.
You know.
And all it does is drive engagement.
But I don't know who this... I thought you were going to talk about Dua Lipa or something. When she does
I know who that is.
She does that little...
Oh, yeah.
This dance, whatever.
Right. Isn't like it's sort of like a twist thingy, or I don't know what it is. Two dudes in shorts should not be talking about dance moves.
Yeah. Of 20-something pop stars.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter. You know,
welcome to the Staying Relevant podcast.
We just sound gross and old.
I know, yeah. That's fun. So you got jobs. That's good. Where are you trying to get in down there? Like, are you going to the Comedy Store?
Yeah, Hollywood Improv and all the adjacent ones like Brea and whatever. I'm starting to get work there. And it was pretty relatively quick in comparison.
Compared to like the Bay Area? Or?
No, just compared to like some of the other people that have kind of been there for a while.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's good.
So yeah, just shout out to, being seasoned.
Yeah.
Comedy Store, I'm trying to break in. I'm actually doing a few shows at the store, not produced by the Comedy Store, but like Frankie Quinones from he's
This
from the
Fool.
Bay. Yeah, This Fool. Stephen Fury, he's from Sac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's been on this podcast.
Yeah, he's he's doing really good out there. I think Stephen just did a Just for Laughs, like New Faces.
Is he doing it this year?
I'm not sure.
They brought it back. I know it went out of business, and then they're like reviving it or whatever.
Well, I think they did a New Faces showcase at the store like on Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
So I think Monday or Tuesday. But anyway, he was on that. So yeah, it's good to see all the Bay and Sacramento folks doing well out there.
Saul.
Yeah, dude, doing great. I'm trying to be one of those motherfuckers. So
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
don't
will.
want to work at the store though. I think that's
Like as a door guy, yeah.
yeah, I'm cool. Everyone I've seen who's gotten hired there, like when they're at work, they just look so miserable.
Really?
Yeah, just telling people, hey, you can't walk there.
Yeah.
Hey, can you comics fucking get the fuck out of the way? Like,
I wonder if it's a thing you have to be in your early to mid 20s, or you get a little older and you're like, I can't. I don't do this.
yeah,
You know, like it's just.
and like you're still working. You might do like a couple of drop-in spots, like the first spot of like whatever show, but
Yeah.
that's like 5 minutes. And
It's like going to an open mic, but you also work there.
yeah,
It's worse than having to buy a drink, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but then you get the camaraderie or whatever. But like you said,
Yeah.
it's kind of a younger person's like game. Like I remember when I started comedy, I was like maybe 27, 28, and then I didn't really start to take it serious until like 30.
Yeah.
And like, are you familiar with the Sylvan House in SF?
Oh, was that the one that was on there was like a,
Flophouse? It was
Yeah.
on Flophouse. Like,
it was like Vice,
12,
Vice
14,
had a TV show
yeah,
or something.
12 or 14 comics living in like.
Were you in that?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend
and I
you.
don't mean to offend, anyone who was, but like it was like Animal House for comics.
Yeah.
It's like, so if I was in college, like 18, 19, like living with 15 other, disgusting comedians,
Yeah.
might sound fun if I'm doing, but like,
Uh-huh.
I would always be amazed if like someone had sex in there, because I'm like, what bitch wants to fuck in this place? Like,
Yeah.
it was like you'd walk in and be like literal like. They just had a kegger, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the living room was like a giant ashtray with like beer cans and
Yeah, like
empty bottles.
bottles with like chaw or like spit from like,
People like, and with like 15 roommates, motherfuckers wasn't like the most clean,
And you walk her into the kitchen and you close the curtain. She's like, "What are we doing? This is my room."
Yeah, like comics from other towns would like crash there and like, dude, where's the toilet paper? It's like, we don't, because like you buy it and then like you have 14 other people.
You
using
hide it somewhere so
Yeah,
that no one
so
else.
you
There's a floorboard that you open up and there's toilet paper.
I'm sure
in
they
there.
had stacks of like Starbucks like napkins and shit.
That's so gross.
And it was like
Better than
just start playing Louie
ham,
Louie
though.
like Louie. It's like,
A dude with a lampshade on his head walks through, but it's 7 a.m.
yeah.
He's still going.
Anyway, shout out to the Sylvan House.
I didn't know it was called that. Oh yeah. Let me know if he's bothering you.
Oh no, dude, I love dogs.
Okay. Yeah. He's like he has to make little cameos throughout the episodes.
Yeah. How old is he?
Like 6.
Oh, okay. Wow, mine's 4. You got a little corgi.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he came on the road trip with us. So
Oh, he's here?
yeah,
That's cool.
Just crash.
You get boogies on your eyeball. Yeah. That's fun. Did you drive up with anyone?
Amy Miller, who's the headliner of yesterday's show. We did,
Oh, okay.
I forget the name of the venue, but it was Ben Rice's show. Didn't draw too many folks, but we still had fun.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, they can be hit or miss. It's like
Yeah, well, it's a Wednesday with. I know we're in Sacramento, but the Warriors were trying to
yeah.
survive. They didn't, but
Well, we
feel the.
I'm not feeling the roar, but I got the shirt at the last game where the Kings just fell apart.
This is a Kings shirt.
Yeah.
I thought it was Light the Beam. What the
Well,
fuck's Feel the Roar?
We get, Slamson's a lion, roar. When the games start, they play like a lion on the screen, and they're like, "Rah,"
I've never been to a Kings game.
That's okay. Yeah.
Not a lot of people have. No, sorry. Sorry, Sacramento.
Whatever, dude.
No, it's fun. It's funny.
we have cowbells. We make up for all the lack of people with noise. Okay?
I'm
That's
from
what we do.
Oakland, so I can't talk any shit about any other sports franchise. We lost all 3.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
last like 5 years.
Well, I mean,
So dumb.
isn't it in Oakland?
Oracle's in Oakland.
But they call themselves the San Francisco Warriors now? Or?
No, they're still the Golden State Warriors, but they play in SF now. They're at Chase Center.
Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know Chase Center was in SF.
Yeah.
I thought it was still like in Oakland.
No.
I've never been there either, so
Yeah.
I drove by it once, but I don't remember.
I've never been to a game at Chase. I hear it's cool, but like it's just a different vibe now.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell watching the games.
They lost like the hometown kind of feeling, or
Yeah, it's and it's more techie,
Yeah.
well-to-do. Like
those people aren't as fun to be at a game with. Like the best.
no, they don't put on the shirts. They don't.
Yeah.
They're
They're networking.
It reminds me
They're
of
a
like
networking event for them.
it reminds me of when LeBron was in Miami, and it's like the game starts and like no one's even in their seats yet.
Yeah.
And then halftime, and then they come back for the third quarter, and people are just,
It's sort of like the Super Bowl when it was the Rams and the Chiefs. Was that what it was? And it was at SoFi.
Was that the one the Rams won?
I forget. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Once the Niners are out, I don't give a shit.
I'm like, which halftime performer was it?
Oh yeah, that's a good way to tell who it was. Well, it wasn't this year. It wasn't Kendrick.
Yeah, I was just glad the Chiefs lost.
Yeah.
I was so sick of them. It's like, they tried to anoint that dude as like the next Tom Brady. It was like they were getting all these calls like throughout the year to just save their ass.
Yeah.
I was for sure. I was like, oh, they're gonna three-peat.
Do you feel sometimes it's hard to be a sports fan for me because it feels like the leagues kind of want certain things to happen to make more money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah. Like,
as a Kings fan, I can't help but feel that way.
Yeah, they I mean, moving the A's and the Raiders to Vegas, because Oakland's a small market.
Yeah.
It's just has a bad rap.
Were the games like? I mean, did you go to Raiders and A's games?
A lot, yeah.
And did it feel like not enough people were there, or was
A's games? Yes, but like.
Because Raiders fans are pretty hardcore, I feel like.
A's fans are too, though. But like when you consider the product they were putting out there, the A's for a long time have just been a farm team for the rest of the MLB. Like they would never spend money or keep players, and there was there was those 4 years where we had
Cocoa Crisp.
We kept losing to the Detroit Tigers back-to-back game, 5 versus Justin Verlander at home. Like, we packed that place out, and and then they just dump all the talent that got us there. So it's like, if we're not even going to invest to keep, players, like, why am I going to keep, this idea of continually giving an organization money that doesn't invest back?
Yeah, you pay to go see the games, and they should pay to have players so that, and then at the end of the day, they'll make more money if they win. It's like
right, but it's not about that's not what they were about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it's like one of the lowest payrolls in all of sports. So it's what are you gonna do versus like someone like the Yankees who is like just blank checks, like and the Dodgers, they're pretty much the West Coast Yankees now. Yeah. Like, they're just, they're just trying to buy a ring. You know what I mean?
I feel lucky that I was, I'm a fan of the Giants and the Niners because my aunt, made me. I don't even know what I would like if I just grew up. But I feel lucky that I'm a Giants fan because it's that they try harder. They pay,
My cousin, he's 7 years younger than me. Maybe less. Maybe more 5 years younger than me. But he was alive, but he doesn't remember when the A's won the World Series in '89 but went to the World Series '88, '89, '90.
I was 2 years old, I think.
Yeah, he didn't remember any of that. Uh-huh. And so the closest we got was those years that we kept losing to the Tigers. And so the second time, this fool started crying.
Oh, no.
I felt so bad for him.
Oh, man.
He's just I'm just never going to see them win a World Series. We
there. As a baby, you might have seen it. You just, the memory's in there. You can unlock it, Yeah,
you got to be was that movie Lucy? Just unlock all the other parts of the brain.
Maybe there's some kind of meditation he can start doing and just go back in time in his own memory banks.
Yeah, but I think with just being a Oakland sports fan or even a Sacramento one, you just kind of been the underdogs for so long,
Under the underdogs.
Yeah,
I mean the Kings we had that sort of A's Tigers moment with the Lakers.
Yeah, I remember those. I was rooting for you guys then. That was like, what, 2000, 2001?
I think it was
2002.
2002, 3, yeah. That was just, it was so heartbreaking because I was seeing the calls go the Lakers' way.
Yeah, and every Laker fan will be like, no, like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, all right, whatever.
It's like, yeah, well, you won, so you would say, I don't know. Yeah, it's been tough. I was a lapsed fan for probably over a decade. And then the last couple of years, once they built the arena, it's like starts getting more exciting. They did a little better. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try again. And then this year I went to like probably 8 games. I got lucky like a couple of times. People were like, you want to come? And
I honestly don't know what the hell your organization is doing. Because, like,
yeah.
yeah. You guys got rid of De'Aaron Fox. Or De'Aaron Fox wanted out.
He wanted out, yeah.
No, first he wanted the coach gone. And after they fired the coach, he gets traded anyway. I'm like, so why'd you get rid of Mike Brown?
Yeah, that was stupid because Mike Brown is still a good coach.
Right. No,
he was coach of the year they went to the playoffs, I think.
Yeah,
right?
and Warriors fans have love. He was an assistant coach for us multiple different times. Like,
yeah,
he was an interim head coach when Steve Kerr had his back problems. Yeah, and I'm like, we'll bring him back because we miss his defensive coordinator. Like, whatever. This turned into a sports podcast.
I'm not even a big...
And we're not the best people to talk about this.
Right. I'll talk to people sometimes and they start mentioning, and I'm like, I don't know that. I just like to go and get excited. I watch a couple of podcasts here and there, but...
Yeah, I won't watch every NBA game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
like,
once my team is out, I don't care anymore. It's hard for me to care about other jerseys.
Trying to watch another team, like, that's not the playoffs, I don't give a fuck.
It's like if you missed your birthday and then the next day you went to like some random person's birthday and you're supposed to be like into that.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like I'll watch a 10-minute YouTube thing that just, gives all the highlights, but other than that, trying to sit there and watch like the Washington Wizards play the
I don't think they made it into the playoffs, but
no, I'm saying, but like in general, just like a regular season game, you're like, ugh, this is boring.
I remember as a kid, I was way more into basketball. I would do like fantasy basketball and all that, and I would watch ESPN every day. I still had trouble watching other teams. It was like the only thing I really cared about.
The investment's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like same with football, baseball. Like I can only really care if it's my team. So
yeah, that's why open micers feel like so shitty at first because like they don't have any friends and no one watches them.
Yeah, they're the wizards of comedy.
New open micers are the fucking wizards of comedy.
I feel bad, but I got into this. I'm not like a headliner or anything. I host now. Finally, I think I'm past at every club in the area.
Right.
I got to host at Punchline this year. I'm pretty sure that they'll ask me to do another one. Anyways, but like when I go to open mics now, there's new people, and I have to wait till I see them like 7 or 8 times before I'm like, "Hi, I'm Luke," because I can't invest RAM into like knowing a face.
Yeah,
those people
I'll try to just be like, hey.
Yeah, right.
Because I know what it's like to be the other guy. The shoe, the script reverse or whatever.
Yeah, you want to be there to help and support or like teach them stuff or tell them things.
Like, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, in LA, there's just so many fucking comics. It's like it's hard to. Yeah, and you don't know, like being a little more seasoned. Like sometimes you it's that high schoolish kind of fear, like, oh, I don't want to associate too soon with somebody, and then everyone will be like, oh, he's hanging with that dude or that,
Yeah.
That guy's a rapist. Like, fuck no.
I had no idea.
I had no idea. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Or he did the Elon joke, but he was with Elon on the Sig Heil.
This one dude, what's his name? Ian Michael Laura or something. And he assaulted this filmmaker / comic lady with like a metal water bottle.
Oh my God! At a mic or in private somewhere?
Outside of a mic, and they had to get like the CC footage.
Oh wow!
From, like across the street and everything. And
Jesus.
It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were best friends with him?
Yeah, I was. Nah. But like,
he was on my podcast.
He was one of those dudes. Like he'd be at the bar, and then I'd be, hey, you see this person enough times, and you're like, oh, hey, what's up? And then find out later, oh, no one likes that guy. And then find out later, like, oh, he just assaulted, and now he's 86 from the whole scene.
Yeah. We had a guy here that he tried to stab someone at.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then he left, and he made one of those posts that's like, when you outgrow a scene, you got to leave or something. And it's like, or you just were oil to everyone's water. Like, I don't know.
That shit is still so funny to me.
He actually did my podcast during the pandemic, because I was doing it a little bit then, and he came over, and then he wanted to do it again like 2 weeks later. This was before I got to know him better. And, he was kind of doing shows, and he was, it was kind of, like, he's cool. Like, nobody had any problems with him. But he wanted to come back like 2 weeks later, and he goes, he's like, yeah, I'm coming over, and I'm bringing my producer with me. And I'm like, what? Just come over. What do you bring? And I ended up telling him no, because I just I don't want a bunch of like a retinue in my house. Like,
nice word.
Yeah, thank you. It was just weird. It was kind of like, I understand fake it till you make it, but I also don't believe in just like completely creating a facade when you're not. I don't know. It was very strange.
Yeah, but who brings a fucking knife to an open mic?
Male models, apparently. Multi-talented artists.
But like
with many facets.
What was do you know the backstory of what happened? Because I was always curious.
Somebody told me, and I can't remember now. I heard the story. Oh man, see, there's too many things going on in my head. Fuck.
Like, did he go up after that?
Oh, I don't think so. I know it was at Henry's Lounge, which is a Monday open mic, and I forget who he was trying to stab, but there's like names floating in my head. I don't know. I don't want to name anyone and have to bleep shit later, but do you want me to bleep that guy you talked about with the pipe or the pipe?
That guy.
Okay, all right. I mean, I guess we don't have to bleep this guy either, but I don't know if he's going to come back to Sac and then try to stab me. So I don't want to.
Yeah, and I've interacted with him a few times.
Yeah,
it was all pretty cordial.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think most of the time it's fine. It's just he's a little.
Yeah, can have that bipolarness-ishness.
I think there's a lot of cocaine involved.
No,
allegedly. I don't know.
Sac is a big cocaine town.
Is it?
I've noticed.
I think I'm such a. What's the word? A square. Like, I don't see it. I've been offered cocaine once, and it was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying I've not done it. Like, I actually, but during the pandemic, I didn't know you can get furloughed from a drug habit. Because, like, during the pandemic, the shit went from, like, 60 a gram to, like, 100. And I was like, all right, I'll get one. And then after I got it, I was like, why the fuck did I buy this? Well, who am I doing this? Like, I'm by myself. Like, I'm just going to get drunk and amped up.
Yeah.
Like, and then do a jigsaw puzzle. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is the point of this? So I was just like, I'm done. I don't even need this shit. So,
I don't need to see this Thomas Kincaid painting as a puzzle. I don't need to see the final. It's on the box. What am I doing?
I don't know. I did like 8 jigsaw puzzles over that fucking pandemic.
Jeez. I played The Witcher 3 a lot. That was my big pandemic game.
Oh, shit.
I would stay up till like 3 a.m. drinking White Claws and playing that.
Well, that was the shitty part because like when they shut down New York, I came back. I was living in New York when.
I think I remember that. Yeah, you went. Yeah.
And
that's so shitty. Like, did you go right before and then it happened and you were like, now what?
Well, they shut down the city, but you could still fly. And then my mom was like, just come home.
But when did you get there?
Wait it out here. When did I get out there? In 2018.
Oh, okay, so you had at least like established.
I was just starting to get established out there, which really pisses me off because the first year was like it wasn't the LA situation because I got jobs fairly quickly.
Yeah,
but you're just
the club part, like getting in, and knowing people.
Getting to know people, and it's very like, I've seen openly rigged buckets mics, where they pull out the name like, no, I'm not putting that full up. I'm looking right at you.
I don't know who that is.
Like, or like the Creek and Cave was one where like
that's amazing.
The open mic had this clear garage door behind it, so everyone is sitting with their backs to this clear garage door, and if no one liked you or knew who you were, everyone would just go out and be hanging right behind the garage door. I'm like, that's so fucked up.
Wait, the garage door is behind the comic or behind the audience?
Behind the audience.
Okay, so they would just go outside, but you could see them outside.
Yeah, people would just be like, I don't want to listen to this fucking asshole, and would just stand there and then come back in for people that they actually knew.
And that's like a big mic or show, right? Like the Creek in the Cave, or that's a
I mean, it
venue.
was a popular. I
Yeah.
want to say big.
No, but I feel like I've heard of it. Like, is there one in Austin too?
They moved because they closed, I think, during the
Oh,
pandemic or
okay.
post-pandemic. And so that was the fucked up thing was like by the second year, I was starting to get my footing. I had a better job. I was starting to get booked more at the the local shows.
Mm-hmm.
I did this one really awful show, and the producer would tell you it was awful, but he said that it was like this. It was a bar, but it was long, right? So you're in one corner of the bar, trying to
Talk to a tube of people.
yeah,
It's like an airplane show.
and it was the NFC playoffs.
Oh.
So they had the football game still going during the fucking show, and
We just talked about this on the last episode. Like
about-
how to just turn the TVs off
right,
at the open mic of the show, whatever you're doing. You have to turn them off.
yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, and they just didn't,
Yeah.
but I still did the show, and then and I did well, and then the guy who's the producer goes, "All right, you did really well. Like this is a shit show, but this is my testing ground for Caroline's."
Oh.
So he books Caroline's.
Nice.
And so he booked me for Caroline's, and that was back in they had to be winter or fuck. When does the Super Bowl happen?
January?
January,
February? Yeah.
So that had to be like maybe December or January when I did that show, and then slowly the pandemic's creeping up. So I get let go from my job Friday. Wait, is that how? Yeah, it was a Friday. So then I was like, why are they calling me on my day off?
Uh-huh.
And then Sunday was the showcase at Caroline's, and more and more people were just not. It was the only people out in Times Square were like tourists who were already on vacation, and that's who like came and watched shows, like 20 people. And then by the following Friday, they shut the whole city down. And then
That sucks.
fast forward, like Caroline's doesn't exist anymore. So it's like the one club, or it was. I was in at the stand. I was producing a monthly at the stand with a couple other comics, and I broke it in at Caroline's. So it's like the idea of moving back and having to start all over was just like I can't do it.
Oh my God. Yeah. The
Like,
pandemic
move
is so
my shit
lame.
back again. Like ship it. Like I shipped everything through a Greyhound.
They have a shipping service?
Yeah, you could just. It takes a really long time, but you.
It's got to stop in Toledo.
It's
And
like, where are my turntables?
is that one of your day jobs, DJ?
I used to DJ a lot, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And now it's like we were talking about earlier with the music. I can't keep up.
Yeah. Well,
Music-
it's like a thing. If you're not into it that much, then you're not. It's just not. Your time is like if
Yeah.
you have too many hobbies.
I had to focus.
Yeah.
Comedy is my focus, and it's hard to even focus on that. So like
Yeah.
even like the idea of like playing video games now is like, dude.
I still listen to lots of video game podcasts, but my playing rate is like I have 8 or 10 up there, and I've played probably 3 of those all the way through.
Yeah.
I leave them up there like I'm gonna.
Yeah, and then and speaking of being like out of touch, like I remember I tried to play GTA 5 online.
Oh yeah.
And this is after like fools have been already playing the game for like 3 years. And
that game's like 12 years old now.
yeah,
Dude,
people
I mean,
troll
it's
the
insane.
fuck out of you like when you like I remember
Oh,
They're
because
like-
you have no resources and everything.
hey, go get yourself a fresh outfit and then come meet me at the race. I'm like, okay, I want to go to the store. And then some guy just crashes a car right in front of the door, so I can't leave.
I didn't know you could be that mean to people in the game.
they've played it so much, they just know how to fuck with people.
That's so funny.
So
I mean, it's messed up, but
he knows I have to like exit and then like literally exit the game and
Go
then
to another server or
I was
something.
like, "You
My-
fucking dick.
I remember when the first Red Dead was out, my friend Danny and I would go on to Red Dead and we just team up and find people alone and kill them over and over. So
Yeah.
we just shoot them. They would respawn like very close. So we just ride our horses, find them, shoot them again, and they would get so mad. And just
Yeah, that's not fun for
I know.
I'd be the guy you're fucking shooting, you know. So I just
You got to get a squad together. That's the problem, you know.
Did you play Red Dead 1 or 2?
1. I played 2 for a little bit, but that opening snow sequence was like kind of slow, and I just never finished
I
it.
think they really. I don't like when they make the games too realistic.
Yeah, it's a little too much. You know, the horse's balls grow and shrink with the weather. I'm not kidding. That's a
Dude,
real thing.
Yeah, and you gotta. I'm like, you gotta feed the horse. That like, if I played GTA and I had to get gas,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not playing this fucking game. Like, I loved Red Dead 1. 2 was I think too much.
Yeah.
Like,
some people really loved it, though.
I get that my satchel is only so big.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't theoretically be able to put 100 fucking pelts in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what's the point of letting me kill 100 animals? Do I have to ride back? And you can't fast travel, can you?
No, no.
Or
And-
can you fast travel once you go somewhere?
But even the idea I'm sorry, I'm getting nerding out on this, but like I remember
have you looked around my house?
in the first one there was a glitch where if you rode your horse over the carcass and then skinned the carcass, it would skip the cinematic.
Oh.
So it would just be like, it's in your satchel. And you don't have to go like.
Oh, they made you watch it every time?
Every fucking time, dude. And then part 2, they made it so if you like, you're trying to get 3-star, like the best quality pelt, right? So you have to kill it a certain way. But if you're, chasing it with your horse, you accidentally step on it with your horse. Now it's a 2-star pelt. And you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll just throw my controller. I'd be like, this is.
I think it's almost just like, if that's what you're into, that's there for you. If not, you don't have to play it. I'm kind of like in that mode now because that's how I felt about Souls-likes. If you ever played a Dark Souls or any of those things, I was kind of like, I tried Dark Souls 3 once at a convention. They had it playing, and I tried it. I was like, this is hard. And then I got Bloodborne, and I liked it, but it was very difficult. And then somehow Elden Ring got me. But for a while I was just like, these are just not for me. I don't want to play something really difficult. But Elden Ring is great because if something's killing you a lot, you just go somewhere else. You can go anywhere in the game almost right away.
It's an open world.
Yeah, so like if this boss is fucking you up, you go kill some smaller bosses, get stronger, then you come back and you fuck that boss up. So there's ways to cheese it and make it easier for yourself, but it's not like you set easy mode, you just go online and watch YouTube and find where you can get a million runes.
I'm totally cool with going back to just old school side scrollers. Like, it's just a little more. I watch people do speed runs through like old games that I could never beat as a kid.
Yeah.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES or
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was a good one.
Oh man, what was the one that was really fucking?
DuckTales.
I love watching people do like speed runs through Mega Man because I'm like, oh, that's how you beat that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you do you have a Switch?
No, I mean, again, like I've been poor, but also just the idea of like I know I'm gonna like. That's time I could be spending, like, writing a joke, writing a script.
That's true. Well, there's
cutting up my own videos that
Yeah, I hate doing that. That's my job is editing, and I don't like it. But, I like it. It's just very I'm very perfectionist. I like to do the little edits and cuts and make it perfect. But there's a Mega Man collection you can get. And they have a rewind feature. So if there's like a platforming thing where they have that one level where the blocks appear and go away and appear and you have to jump perfectly. If you fuck it up, you can just rewind and try it again. So you don't have to like fall and die on the spikes and then start over. So it's kind of nice because now if you suck at it or whatever, you don't have to be a perfectionist and spend hours on it. You can still get through it.
You could just be like, oh, okay, now I know where. Oh, Battletoads was a good example of a really fucking difficult game.
That one was crazy hard,
like, and then you're like trying to time everything and trying to learn the map.
But as a kid, you had all the time in the world to sit in front of your TV. It didn't matter,
right?
Because I have this like nostalgia for. I'm like, what happened? 10 years ago, I could just play Destiny all night. And now I don't have that time. Like, what's going on? It's like, because I'm doing things now. Mm-hmm. I was not doing so much.
Yeah, and like, having a passion aside from your job,
Yeah.
It's like...
That you want to be your job.
It's got to be something, but like, video games are so, like, immersive and time-consuming. Like...
Oh, now especially, like every game is there's 80 hours if you want. And I'm like, I want 10-hour games.
Yeah.
I wanted something I can like get through and
And
it's
it
a story.
doesn't feel like you're playing that long, and then you turn and it's like, oh shit, the sun is rising. Like, oh fuck, I gotta go to work in 3 hours. Like,
Yeah. Someone got me Harry Potter or Hogwarts Legacy game, and I started the other
Nerd.
night. Yeah. And
dude, I've seen the first one, and
Yeah.
I've seen the part 2.
Chamber of Secrets.
No, the Death Hallows.
Deathly Hallows. Oh, the last one.
Literally the second part. I didn't see part 1.
Oh, but you saw the second one? That's the last movie, though, too.
Yeah, and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Why does he have no nose? Like, I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Oh, yeah, you need to see all the other ones, yeah. At least the fourth one is when he comes back to life or whatever.
We had a fun one, because, they just re-released all the, what was it, Revenge of the Sith? Is that the one that came out?
Yeah, it's
Again
some
in theater?
anniversary, so it's like, that's a big thing right now.
So
yeah.
we saw that at the Metreon, like, on a Wednesday.
I
Like,
remember the Metreon.
And,
That place used to be so cool. Sorry.
yeah, fools were all dressed up, doing lightsaber fights in the front of the theater.
Yeah.
And it was a big crew of us. And we brought this one girl, Jerry, who had, like, never, like, really, she was just down for the group. You
Like
know
the
what I mean?
hang.
But, like,
Yeah.
it was a scene where Anakin's about to kill the kids.
Oh, no.
And she goes, I get it. He's Darth Vader. Like, and the whole theater just went, what the fuck did this bitch just say? And we're like, hey, she hasn't seen them all, y'all.
Yeah. You had to stand up in the theater and turn to people that are in the dark.
We thought they were going to start throwing, like, little fucking plastic lightsabers at us and shit.
Yeah. There's a couple people in the back just going, like with
Yeah.
the Force, they're trying to do something.
Yeah, they were pissed.
That's so funny.
You might as well
You'd
came
think-
in with some Spock ears or something.
You'd think everybody would laugh, though. That's funny.
I was dying. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Some nerds just, they can't take a joke. Like, they don't know how. They're so, like, I mean, I can get like that, too, about things. I'm like, get really serious talking about something. Someone makes a joke. I'm like, no, but I'm trying to make a point about the Jeffries tubes on the Enterprise, Like,
And sometimes shit is funny, but like when Darth Vader gets all the shit put on him, and he's now Darth Vader. And he's like, "Where's Padme?" He's like,
Yeah.
You killed her, Darth. No, dude. I was rolling in the theater. I was dying laughing, and people were like, "Shh!" I'm like, what? He was like, "No."
It's weird. Those movies have kind of, at the time, when I first saw them, I thought they were good because I didn't know what a bad movie was like. Then I sort of slowly realized how bad they were. But then now there's sort of this weird appreciation for them. Like, we look back on it like, yeah, it's corny, but it's still, it was good. Like, it was a different Star Wars. And I think when you have the new sequels compared to those, it's like, okay, that was good because at least it was interesting and different. The sequels were like bad movies and rehashing everything.
They were. It was literally. What was the
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens? That was the first one of the new.
It was just
trilogy?
A New Hope again.
It was A New Hope, like
Yeah.
on steroids.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a Death Star. We got a Death
Planet.
Yeah. One planet? No, we could destroy 5.
Yeah, and I can suspend my disbelief. It's sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. But there's no way that Finn on one planet can look up and see all 5 planets dying. Like, are they all one star system? Is he in the star? Like, you know what I mean? It made me so mad because I'm like, they'd be so far away from each other.
We could do this for any movie, though.
I know, but
like Forrest Gump should have gotten pussy in high school and college if he's that good of a fucking kickoff returner. Like,
Yeah.
he would have forgot Jenny like that.
that's true. Yeah.
I just had a threesome. Like, he would have been fucking. Sorry, I'm running bits now.
Oh, yeah. Is this a bit you're working on?
I'm working on it, yeah. But
Oh, okay.
I just
Well,
had that thought, like,
I mean, that is one of our the only segment we do on this show is working on jokes.
it's just, because I'm not doing a whole lot other than working, Like, I don't really go out other than to go to comedy store. That's like,
Yeah.
all I'm doing is watching movies. So when
Yeah.
you rewatch old shit, like, this is the only material I'm getting. It's just like,
Yeah, and you've seen it as a kid and a bunch of times over the years, so now you have this weird different perspective, so you think of it.
Yeah. I love making old movies racist and
Yeah.
or
A lot of them
pointing out-
just are.
or
They just were racist.
You ever like watch an old '80s movie and just been like, damn, they're just open with the homophobia in this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's
It's almost
Raw.
it's almost hilarious. Like Lethal Weapon. You ever watch Lethal Weapon?
It's been so long. Yeah, I have, but it's been a while.
When they're walking up to the house and it blows up, and then apparently Mel Gibson's coat, his character's Riggs's coat was on fire, and then like Murtaugh, Danny Glover tries to put it out by like hugging him. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
What are you, a fag? You know?
Yeah.
You're like, damn, like just casually throw that out. That's
I know.
fucking
You
insane.
can't. You could never do that now. And it's also like he's saving your life. Why are you mad? You know, like I guess that was
Macho man
yeah.
shit, dude.
I forget. Is it framed as a joke or is it just like his character being like, "Get the fuck off me"?
No, it was framed as a joke.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Nacho.
you know,
Don't sexually harass our guests.
what are you?
Yeah. Clip it. Usually he at some point he'll like sit and lick his butthole in front of the camera. He'll just go to town.
He's like, this is what you came for. This is the show y'all want.
He's like, this is for my OnlyFans.
You got stop listening to these two boring dudes talk.
Yeah, these dudes in shorts talk about things they don't understand. Oh, there he's positioning himself.
Getting ready.
Just
Getting
wait.
Comfy.
You ready? You wanna? Sorry, I'll let you in your own time. In your own time.
This is the part that we're gonna clip this up.
Okay. But yeah, wait. So you're doing a bit about Forrest Gump, or just movies
just
being
movies
racist?
in general, or just like pointing out something funny and silly about a movie, like Forrest, like the amount of dumb people that get the fuck just because they play sports. Like,
Yeah.
tell me Forrest wasn't,
I mean, in real life it happens, so it has to happen it should happen in the movie. Yeah.
he's just so sweet and in love with Jenny. Get out of here, dude.
Yeah. It's a weird movie. I think I've only seen it like twice. Does it hold up in any other when you watch it you're like this is still good or
It's got heart for sure. Like,
Yeah.
The best scene probably or the most heartfelt scene. It's not the Lieutenant Dan. Thanks for saving my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's Forrest finding out he has a kid, and
is that after Jenny's dead?
No,
Spoilers.
she like, hey, I saw you were running across the country because I left you.
Yeah, Jenny
you come
sucks.
visit?
I remember just being mad at her the whole
hates,
time.
Everyone hates Jenny, right? But like, and they especially hate her because she had his kid, but didn't tell him until the kid was like 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah, and then he's just okay with all this because he's like not retarded, but he's like close, so he doesn't care.
That's the most like touching part. Was just like he's like, is he smart? Like,
Yeah.
And then when she's like, yeah, he's the smartest in the class, and he's just like this little sigh of relief. Like even he understands. Like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
I don't want him to go through that. So that's just like really, that's probably the most heartfelt scene. I think that, and there's the. Did you ever watch who's that show? Not Sarah Silverman. Who's the blonde one?
Oh, Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer show.
I didn't really watch it. I keep hearing like people will bring it up, and I'm like, how did I just missed it.
I only saw like one sketch, but it was to me it was so funny. And
the writers on it, I know it's like Kurt Metzger was one of the writers, so it's like I know they had good writers on the show.
Kurt Metzger?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did they? I mean, yeah, I don't. Do they have? I thought he was a writer on the show. Maybe I made that up.
No, I just know him from his like weird ass rants on Joe Rogan and shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's crazy, but
yeah,
he used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and he got out of it. I don't know.
No,
he's funny though.
They pointed out something where it's like they had Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Amy Poehler, and Tina Fey on Schumer show, and they were all in the park having a party, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, we're celebrating Julia's last day of fuckability." They're like, what? Oh, it's like how like Sally Field goes from Tom Hanks's love interest in Punchline to his mother in Forrest Gump. Like,
that's hilarious.
I don't know. That to me was like that's such a good bit, or that's a great observation.
Did they have anything about how Marissa Tomei sort of like bucks that trend? Like she made Aunt May sexy in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh yeah. Well, all they had to do was not have her be 80. Like
I know, but also she's like 60 in that movie. I mean, she's old.
Yeah, but she's still hot.
I know. That's how hot she is.
Yeah,
Then My Cousin Vinny is like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, shit. I remember she was on A Different World for a little bit.
Was that a sitcom?
Yeah, that was the spinoff from The Cosby Show.
Ah,
Yeah.
I never watched any of that. Cosby or that. I didn't even know that was a show. You said that, and I'm like, I've heard that word, that title, but I don't know.
Showing your whiteness right now.
Yes. I know. I watched Fresh Prince. That's the whitest black show, probably. I feel like every white kid watched that show.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Okay. That's fair. That's okay.
Whitest black show. That's actually a fun.
It's Will Smith. I mean, I feel like that's okay to say.
Well, he was the more hood one, and the family was.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying
they were well off and rich.
Right, but like I guess maybe I'm thinking in terms of like his rap career. It was kind of like, wasn't he kind of always a joke a little bit because he's not?
No, it was just 80s rap was, you could be more fun. Like Kid and Play were fucking.
Yeah.
They were great performers. Like same with Will Smith. Like what
Yeah.
I mean. DJ Jed, some fucking open micer who like doesn't know hip hop at all or whatever. He like was trying. No, I felt bad for after the Will Smith slap. DJ Jazzy Jeff. Oh, where's he? I'm like, he's one of the greatest fucking DJs in the world. Like, shut the fuck. You don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm really bad.
He's amazing, and he still works. Like, Anyway. Sorry, I was like sticking up for Will Smith or something.
You can. I don't care. I was just thinking like if you compare him to like Nas or Wu-Tang Clan, it's like
right, but that was a different era. Like,
wasn't he 90s though, or was he 80s?
Think about all the other rappers that were around during the early I mean,
was Will Smith an 80s rapper though, or was he 90s?
He was like late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was a part of that. Because he was like, parents just don't understand. What year was that? I want to say he's.
He should have collaborated with the Beastie Boys.
Let's see. Fresh Prince.
Because that was like a 90s show. For sure. Like 93? I don't know. Oh, my phone's all the way over there.
Sorry.
It's phone time.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
The show. Oh, here, yes. You are here.
When did they debut?
This is the part when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so 87. Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, okay.
Parents Just Don't Understand. Yeah, that was all like late 80s.
And then the show started in 1990. So I guess he probably...
Yeah, like...
Was he a rapper first? I don't even know this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He had no acting experience before the show.
So the rap career got him the show, and then that made him be a movie star because he was acting there and people liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he had... what was it? Independence Day was probably his big, like...
Yeah.
Breakout movie star career. And then every fucking year had a big movie with him with a accompanying soundtrack song.
Yeah. Men in Black 2.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Enemy of the State.
That'd
be funny if there was a song for that one.
All right. Yeah. I don't miss that era. It was.
Well, as a kid, it was awesome. I don't know. How old are you, if you don't mind?
44.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm 38, so.
Yeah. But like the hardcore rappers didn't come around until later.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had hardcore rapper like Rakim, but he was more like an MC. Like KRS-One was like an MC. Like the more like gangster rap shit was like more NWA.
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
They were like Houston. But like the early rap was a lot of fun kind of motherfucker.
Right.
Like,
I said hip to the hippie, like that stuff.
The Fat Boys. You ever watch Disorderlies?
No, I have no idea.
It should be on HBO all.
I'm very white.
I
mean, I know some things, but yeah, I don't. I'm also not. My knowledge is not in music, anyways. Like even just everything about music.
Mm-hmm.
When people start, it's like the sports thing we were saying earlier. When people bring up music and they start, like, oh yeah, Eddie Vedder, blah blah. I'm like, I don't know or care about this. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like one bit I've been doing that like I've just it's always 50
Mm-hmm.
is like I can't really listen to rappers now because my life hasn't turned out good. So all the songs kind of feel like an attack. It's like, oh, you broke bitch.
Yeah.
Like I know.
I know.
I'm gonna fuck your girl because you broke. I'm like, dude, what did I do to you? Like, So like my solution is, because I still like rap music, is I'll only listen to dead rappers.
Oh, okay. So they can't do those things to you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I'm broke as fuck. Well, you're dead as shit. Like, you're gonna fuck my girl? Unlikely.
You listen to the entire Nipsey Hussle catalog the day after he died. You're like, yes, finally, I can enjoy this.
R.I.P. Nip.
Yeah.
I like that guy's man. No, what was the end tag was you didn't take the dangers of fentanyl seriously. It's like all those dudes in your entourage, and then I had Narcan. Like, I had one girl came up. She said, "Thank you for putting out the message that everyone needs to be."
She felt the same way.
Like, keep doing that joke. People need to know the dangers.
Do you have a tag that's like rappers you wish would die so you could enjoy their music?
No, I didn't really think of it that way.
Because that might be funny.
Yeah.
You're like, Kanye should have been dead like 10 years ago. He's really just, he's killing his career.
He's been dead to me.
Like, he's killing everything except for himself. I don't want him. No, I'm not doing a suicide joke. I'm just saying. That sounded messed up. But I meant like, ruining his marriage, his career, his image.
And, whatever. Fucking. I was never a big, like, defender of him anyway, but, like,
yeah.
It's just like, trying to be relevant or something. Like, when he started calling himself a god, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
do you mean relevant like he's trying to stay ahead of the curve so far? He's like, maybe Nazis will come back and be cool.
No, but just doing, like, when, like, fuckers would show up to the Oscars in, like, a meat dress or something.
Yeah.
Just some wild, antic, artistic, people always say,
statement.
Artists aren't appreciated until they're dead. And it was like, sometimes you're like, this is dumb. You ever just see something and you're like, why? Why did you do this?
It's for the clicks, for the likes.
I don't know. Like, I don't really pay that much attention to it. It's all just kind of background noise for me nowadays, which is not good as a comic. I maybe should be paying attention because that's what everyone's.
It's so hard to keep up with it, and then it's somehow stressful because there's too much. Like the access we have to information. I mean, it's not even just access. It's like the information is shoved in your face sometimes.
Well,
because you open your phone, it's just like ads. This happened. This news. Trump. Fucking. Entertainment, war, hurricane,
Or just like dumb like, when you get a girlfriend, you kind of have to like watch dumb shit. So
yeah.
It's like The Bachelor, or Bachelorette.
Emily in Paris.
I know of the show. I've never seen that, but
well, when you meet that girl in LA that you're looking for, she'll make you watch it. Oh, it's great, man. It's so good.
It's just like watching some fucking people with Down syndrome find love or something, whatever that show is called.
I could see those things I can find entertaining though. It's not like a bad show it's like I like 90 Day Fiancé. I don't watch it on my own accord, but if a girl is like, let's watch it, I could totally get down on that show.
I guess we'll watch it.
No, I'm like, I want to know what's going to happen with these idiots because it's always insanely entertaining. But
yeah, I've been really getting into like motherfuckers making shit.
Yeah, I love that show. Yeah. Motherfuckers Making Shit. It's on the A&E network.
It's followed. Yeah, it's right before Fuck That's Delicious. Motherfuckers Making Shit on Vice.
Yeah, right after Flophouse.
This is a double-edged katana blade. Fucking made it, dude. It's got a brass knuckle handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but to me,
I trapped the soul of a small child inside of it, so now when I kill people, their soul is trapped inside as well.
Like I don't, I live in an apartment building, so, but I love watching fools, like fast trim a whole lawn.
Oh, so you're just watching TikTok?
No, YouTube.
Okay.
I'm not that generation. TikTok is.
But are you watching shorts or full videos?
I'll watch both.
Okay. Yeah.
The shorts will lead me to watch the full. Check the whole link in the bio. You got it.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
You got me.
Like 2 hours of someone power cleaning a rug they probably made dirty themselves.
Yeah.
Why is that rug so dirty?
Yeah, what happened to this thing?
Like, you did that. There's no way you just, I found this.
Well, there's
like it was in a fucking puddle for like 10 years.
Or they just left it under a freeway overpass and let people like camp on it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, let's see if we can clean this
how
back
much
to normal.
fresh water can we waste cleaning this dumbass rug? And I'm just sitting there for hours like, yeah.
There's one really cool thing that...
do the squeegee part now.
Yeah. It's satisfying, though. There's a guy, I don't know if it's multiple people, but there's a guy I followed on TikTok that goes, which I don't go on there very much, but he'll take an extremely dirty car and he cleans it, and he'll undo the seats and pull everything out.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes he like undoes the carpet and like washes it and then puts it back. And at the end, it's like, it's a brand new car.
Yeah.
And it just makes you go, wow, I will never do that to my car. And it's not even that dirty, but you just realize like I could do this, but I don't want to.
It's what Pimp My Ride should have been.
Yeah.
No, I love that show. It's so fucking stupid.
Why doesn't that show come back? That was so fun. That was one of my favorite shows.
I think it just, ran its course.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's a whole different generation. Like, dude, that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was in high school and that was the show.
That's crazy.
Well, so is that a bit you're working on still, or is it like kind of going? And
I forgot what we were talking about.
The movies one.
Well, I'm always like talking about movies. Like,
yeah,
I saw someone.
I mean, what's a bit like you're trying to fix, or it isn't working, or
it was
writing?
the rapper one. Like, it's
oh, okay.
I would give it like a 50-50.
Okay, but you had that one woman say you should keep doing it, so you're like, okay, I'm not going to give up. But
well, I just found it was funny. Like, that's what the message she took from it was like, oh, he's trying to make sure people know the dangers of fentanyl use.
Oh, yeah.
And to have Narcan on your person.
I misunderstood you. I thought she was like excited that she related to your that like, oh, no, I don't like when rappers talk shit to me either.
She was like a addict counselor or something. And so she was just like, that's a message that really needs to get out there. That
Did you put
that real danger?
You could put that as a tag, like just to talk about that. Like, so if you guys need, please go to .org.gov.
I get sponsorship finally.
You start doing corporates at like high schools.
Look at this fucking drug-free nerd.
Yeah.
Never get to hang out with my idols. It's fucking narc. Oh no, that's a joke. What was one I was working on? It's all been like, I've been trying to write shorter bits. I think that's one thing that's like, I wish I like kind of practiced more when I was still up here in the Bay, was because I got spoiled with stage time up here. So I was always able to do these longer bits, because I had longer sets all the time. And then
like storytelling or just bits that have a lot of
I lean more towards being a storytelling comedian, just like I like the longer setup to get to the punchline, kind of thing. And New York and LA, most mics, especially if you're trying to break into the clubs, you're gonna get like 2, maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, that sucks. It's
so
like a Kill Tony spot.
I get to tell a joke.
Yeah.
Of one of my literally one joke.
Yeah.
Right. Versus like someone who's got like a bunch of like kind of quippy one-liners, and then they can build all that into like a longer bit. I wish I was more adept at that, because I'm always trying to like, oh, that's probably someone who's already done that. So that way, if I'm doing stuff based, story based, it's like I know no one's probably going to be able to steal this.
Right, because it's your story told in your voice and all that. Yeah.
Forrest Gump would have gotten laid playing football. That's a note.
That's good.
Something about not wanting. This is a weird idea. Like, use mason jars, but then I saw some chick farting in them and mailing. Like, am I gonna get the fart jar like one day?
Like if you if you buy a mason jar from the store?
No, and you might because your mason jars you tend to reuse and shit.
Yeah.
Or there's free thing of mason jars on the fucking sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, is that bitch farting these? Was it pickles or was it?
Was it pickles or was it farts? Did this go to some guy in Ohio and then come back?
We're gonna edit all this out because I'm never telling. As I said it out loud, I was like, "This will never work."
That's what this is for. This is interesting. People like this.
Yeah.
All 20 of them. They enjoy this. Or 15, whatever.
See, this is what for me. What makes it like social media engagement is almost more important than your jokes nowadays.
I know,
but like
it sucks though.
It's like when I always had that anxiety of like even doing like this kind of podcast kind of thing. It was like, is this even like who would want to watch this? Who wants to watch me doing?
You
Hey,
have
y'all,
to. Yeah.
Here at the grocery store, fucking.
I hate those videos. I don't want to watch them, but I'm like, they're working for people. I don't know. The thing with the podcast is I like to talk about stuff, and then it's like a cool way to hang out with people.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it, and then Joe Honor was like connecting us to do this, even though I already know you. But like I'm on his little podcast network that they started, and they're trying to get a couple other people on it. So that might help, and then maybe this will be a thing. And then if it becomes a thing where I have ads and I can make some money every month, that'd be cool. So that's sort of my motivation. But yeah, there's no need for this Guys in Shorts podcast. Like there's so many of them, and this is definitely not the funniest one. Oh, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Here's a short joke I wrote.
Okay.
MILF is not a term you give yourself. You're just an ugly bitch with kids.
I love that. That's a great opener. You go to the stand and say that, you're in.
You come out with like bad attitude and hold the mic like this.
Yeah. That's if you're on Kill Tony. You do it that way.
That is a real Kill Tony ass bit.
But it is funny.
You just that's the punchline. You just an ugly bitch with kids.
You got cracks on your ankles.
That's a Def Jam classic right there.
Yeah. Hit me.
I ain't scared of you mofos.
Yeah.
She is.
That's great.
I think that one works.
Yeah. I don't know if do you write with people or do you typically write alone?
I typically write alone.
Oh, okay. I've tried a bunch of times. I almost never can, even when it's like people I like.
It's usually the people you would never want. Like,
yeah.
Like I've sat there like aside, next to people and just like,
yeah,
they start throwing out shit and you're just like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I love you, but that was
right.
awful.
It's like I have friends that I like to go write with or we'll hang and we'll try. And then I go around the circle and it's my turn and I get like nothing good out of the turn.
I think the better process is to write by yourself and then, hey, what do you think of this?
Oh yeah, but even then, if they try to tag it,
yeah.
Sometimes they'll say stuff, or they'll like. I have a lot of friends. They'll like tell me things I should be doing, or like that's funny. You should try that. But I'm like, there was so much context involved with that joke. Like I made a joke because we said 7 things in a conversation, and then it was really funny. Yeah. But I'm not gonna go up in front of a cold audience and be like, so me and my friends were hanging out. Yeah. He said this, she said that, and then
Also, I hate when people try to do that shit.
Like set up a whole story that.
Well, it's like, dude, you've done that in person with other friends and seen that story bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You know that experience. Why would you try to do that on stage?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
some people can do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you just had to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we've all done that. We've all tried to tell that conversation story to someone else who wasn't there, and they're just like, thanks for that.
Well, I did this gig the other day. I was doing I was filming a conference in San Jose, and I was driving in the car with my friend and this other guy that was like a camera guy, and he was saying something. I was in and out because I was working on my laptop, but he said something about the pyramids and like, of course they were able to build it with people. I mean, if you have like 100 years and like 1,000 slaves, like of course. He's like, you ever see that photo of the Million Man March? Like all those people could have built the pyramids. And I'm like thinking, of all the photos to say those people could be slaves, that's the worst one to choose.
Yeah, probably,
But I was like, it was funny because he stepped into shit with what he was saying, and I made it funny in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like if I try to do that on stage, I have like it almost sounds like I made it up.
Yeah, and also, yeah, it's people know spur of the moment, off the cuff versus just trying to recreate that shit. Like that's why the crowd work shit is popular.
Yeah,
because it's like there's no way they planned that.
Yeah. Do you have a new note for each joke, or how do you?
I don't know. Sometimes I just think of something and I'm like, maybe that'll be something I'll come back to later.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, my process has always been better as just having it eat shit on stage and then finding it, with repetition.
Yeah, I guess I'm similar. I'll like have a joke idea and then I'll be talking to someone. If it's that joke and then I talk to someone, sometimes I can riff something that's a tag.
Mm.
Like I was hanging out with Joe after my show, and we were in the kitchen here, and when I have this joke that's like fuck, now I can't remember. It's like, I mean, I know the joke because I do it all the time. It's like just about like I don't like being single in my 30s. Like I'm back on Bumble, and I don't even read the profiles properly. Like I'll see a girl's profile and I'll read it, but I don't process it. So I saw this girl's profile that said she was into hood guys, and I was like, perfect. I'm uncircumcised. So I just sent her a dick pic, and that joke always works. And then we were talking about that for whatever reason, and then he and we just riffed this thing of like, people are like, "Are you ever gonna get circumcised?" And I'm like, "No," but then it's like, maybe I would if I could donate my foreskin to a burn victim. Like if there was a program called Cocks of Love, like I have enough to like if there's a guy who's like missing his face from a fire, I could give him a new eyelid. Like I have that much. So like, but that was because we were talking and riffing, and then it came out. I don't know if I'd ever type and just come up with that, And then the last thing is like, I like to imagine like he'll go to a party with all his friends. He's got his new face. They're like, Tony, you look amazing, but how come every time it gets cold, your eye shrinks and goes like this? Why does that happen? Because it was on a dick.
When he cries, it looks like pre-cum.
Yeah. When he cries, it's all milky. It's going in the bit, if that's okay.
I couldn't get the idea of like foreskin eyelid.
That's good.
Now one of his eyes looks like a fucking like an iguana's.
He has like one droopy little eyelid that's like bleep bleep.
This is why I'll never like get representation. I can't. It's always dirty shit or fucking.
That's always the funniest stuff.
That's why.
I've tried to write clean and it just comes out so stupid. It's like the color yellow is weird. I don't know. Like what's clean? It's like you just got to go to butthole, dick, pussy. Like those are the funny things. I don't know.
Shit on women.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Women be shopping.
What's that one?
What's that? Oh, this is just everything.
So you just have one long ass note.
Yeah, and there's sections or segments or whatever. But
Okay.
I've done this on the last few episodes of the podcast, and I haven't really gotten anywhere with it. But my friend said he spoke music as a language, and so I was like, and he's like, what? And I go, I'm telling you, I aspire to have legs and walk on the land. That's stupid. I don't know.
There's something there.
I did it with Jimmy Earl on the last episode, and he was saying I need to come up with other songs, like, but I don't want to be like, bow, 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 wow, and it means I want to have sex with, like it has to be something more clever, but I don't know.
Music is my language.
Yeah. Just the idea, like someone says
fuck
that.
Yourself.
Yeah. Why? What?
No.
Shut up, fat ass. Is that a note in there?
No. I've been using the F word too freely.
Oh. I see, yeah. I think retard has come back, but that word, I don't know if it's going to come back. I still feel weird saying retard, like I feel bad, but everyone says it. Comment below. Are you saying it?
When I use it, it's never towards someone who has
right
actual,
Forrest Gump disease.
mental retardation. But I don't know. I thought Louis C.K.'s bit on that was great.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Help the retard. Whatever.
It's okay if you don't have too much or if you don't want to.
No, it's just like some of these are like really bad.
Yes, that is the most of the notes that I write down. They're not good. I had one that was like because of all the tariffs, because my girlfriend's Mexican, so I was like, I charge her 25% to go out with me, like, and I renamed her pussy to the Gulf of Luke. If you look on Google Maps, they didn't update it yet, but they will.
How's the crowd reaction been on that?
It works sometimes, but it's not like a fully formed joke really with all the, like it just doesn't quite. But that's the thing too. I've been busy with so many different things that I haven't had a lot of time to sit and write jokes. So then I don't go to mics ever. I mean, I have shows. I have like my show, and so I can sandwich jokes in, but I just haven't been I haven't been focused on comedy enough, which kind of sucks.
You ever seen a hood dude try to go healthy? Making Kool-Aid with agave and shit.
That's funny. He's like a monk fruit Kool-Aid. Monk fruit purple drink.
I want to bring back the show To Catch a Predator, but to make it different, I'll just follow single dudes traveling to Thailand or the Philippines.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's.
But I like that idea that you go and trap them and then they can't get in trouble because they're in Thailand. You're like, well, what have you been doing? He's like, I don't care. They don't give a shit here. Like. Yeah,
but we're putting you on blast, though.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you can never come back, Craig. He's like, I wasn't going to.
Shit. These fuckers are gross.
Yeah. Wasn't that like a thing in the White Lotus this new season where they were joking about?
I haven't watched.
Okay.
This is why I need to just not. Like, why am I paying for streaming services I'm barely using? It's so fucking stupid.
I keep up with some shows. Like, I watch more shows than play video games for sure. But I was behind for a minute. Like, usually Star Wars things, I watch it right away. I'm still not done with Andor. But they're also releasing it very quickly. It's like 3 episodes at a time.
I got to start season 2.
I like is phenomenal. It's so good.
It's like, oh, shit. They were like, they almost dropped the first F-bomb. Season 1. Instead of fight the Empire, she was supposed to be like, fuck the Empire.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been so cool.
They do say a curse word in the new season.
Nice.
Which is weird because it's like, I don't know, Star Wars, you just think like, oh, they say Banta Poodoo, or they say, Sleemo. They don't have, English because they're speaking basic, not English,
Sorry, I just started thinking of that video where this is a fan made thing, but the guy like had the lightsaber and he was fighting another dude and he just turns it off and turns it back on.
Oh, I feel like I might have seen that.
And then they integrated that into the show.
Which show?
That terrible one.
The Acolyte?
Yeah.
I hated that show, yeah.
I couldn't get past 10 minutes. I was like, this is I already knew it was trash.
It just was so boring. And it was like, it was trying to be this mystery, but they told a story in such a weird order that it was like not suspenseful or interesting. None of the characters were likable. Like I don't think there was anyone. I like Master Soul for like 3 episodes, and then he started being creepy.
I tried not to let the internet tell me to not like it just because, for some reason, a lot of dudes really hate female-led things.
I have no problem with that.
I mean,
but I
have a problem that they're bad.
Yeah.
Right.
No, the actress was terrible, and their character sucked. Like, it's not because she's a woman. Like, the character's poorly written.
Right.
There's like a scene where she cuts her hair off with the lightsaber, and she does this weird power stance, and there's no reasoning behind it. It's just supposed to be like...
But that's not her fault.
No, it's not. The actress, like, you can't get mad at
write that shit.
No.
And, it's like this fucking, committee Disney shit sometimes just,
Oh, yeah.
It
might have been a good show at one point, and then it got washed through the system. And
what's
now
the word? It dilutes everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, that's why I always check who's Like if Dave Filoni,
yeah.
or Favreau's involved, I'll probably give it.
Some of the stuff. I mean, the Mandalorian season 3 was kind of corny, though. I don't know. Like,
But
they're kind of falling off a little bit.
well, they should have just moved on, but they were like, no, we got to make that Grogu dollars. So they shoehorned him into the Boba Fett.
Well, Boba Fett is bad for so many reasons, but that's the worst. That might be the worst show.
I wanted to like it.
I did too, and it was
they
good
had
for
some good moments.
Yeah,
but I couldn't take those fucking moped kids seriously.
the Mighty Morphin Power Speeders.
Yeah. But
you find out Robert Rodriguez directed it. You're like, but you made Sin City. What is this? What is going on? Why are you
Spy Kids? But,
yeah,
I didn't watch Spy Kids, so I can't really shit on it. But
yeah,
I don't know, man.
well, Andor, that's like a singular vision that's good, and it's like
Well, it's it's about with all the parallels to what everyone's dealing with now and shit. All right.
Yeah.
All the parallels to what everyone's dealing with, with like.
But it's not even that it's relevant. It's like it's written well. Like you were in with the characters. The characters are like fully realized. There's a theme going on. They're expressing the theme. These characters are like, you're invested.
Yeah.
You're not invested in Boba Fett. Like that you could be. That's what's frustrating. People always go, well, see, you can't make a show about a side character. He was cool when you didn't know who he was. And it's like, sure, but if somebody did it right, it could have been good. It's not about that he's a side character with a cool mask. It's like, if you write a good story, he's interesting. If you did an Andor type of show where he's taking over the underworld on Tatooine and Nar Shaddaa and all these places, that would be fucking sick. But instead, they made a children's show where he rides a Rancor at the end of it for no reason, except to give Danny Trejo a cameo. Like, that's the only reason it's there. There's no setup or reason. There's no thematic character
crazy.
growth.
I want to see. Call me crazy. I want to see him hunt bounties.
Yeah. But they set up the show as the idea is like there's a power vacuum because Jabba's dead. Boba Fett comes back to life from the Sarlacc pit. This is like your gritty underworld show. And then instead, he's just kind of going around and...
It's campy.
Angry. Yeah, it's campy. It's like PG. Like it feels like a kid's... It feels like a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Yeah. I think my favorite... The only part I really liked was the Cad Bane reveal.
That was cool. He looked really cool in live action.
Yeah, he did a good job with that.
Yeah.
But the overall tone of the show was all over the place.
Yes, very bad.
Much like this podcast today.
Yeah. I do have to wrap it up, but do you want to plug anything? This should come out Tuesday, so that's the plan.
Well, I live in LA, so if you're in LA, I'll be hanging out at the Comedy Store and the Improv a lot, and I'll be at the Belly Room. We're going to skip to the part where I actually find the date.
Yes. I'll keep talking. Yeah, go to the Belly Room. The Belly Room's
May
fun.
26th. I'll be there May 26th. And yeah, if this is coming out Tuesday, you're going to miss me in Manteca. But that's lonely.
But you should go to the Deaf Puppy Comedy Club because it's a great venue.
Yeah, support them.
Yeah. They're kind of I think the comedy part is like hard to sustain, so they're doing a lot more like music or like karaoke night and trivia night, and it's like I don't know. It bums me out because I want them to be a comedy club, but I think they'll still do comedy. It's just not working out as much. But yeah.
Well, it's it's a small market.
Yeah.
And it's like without really big names coming through.
Yeah.
It's hard to push that many tickets.
Right. Even if the quality of the shows are good.
Mm-hmm.
Is what's your social media stuff?
Well, it's just at Josef Anolin. You should probably put the spelling here.
Okay.
Like,
JOSEFANOLIN.
Yeah. Good job.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, I'm really real creative with my fucking handles.
I think that's good though. If you want to have your name, because if you pop off, like that's the thing people will look for.
You ever think? I know we got to get out of here, but sometimes I wish I had I used a different name. I don't want my coworkers to look me up. Is what you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because then they find you and they're like, "So you do comedy?" And then I get that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I think all the coworkers I had after a while,
they take it serious. It's like he's a sexist.
Oh yeah,
only with my friends.
Only in my stage persona. Yeah. I think the last few jobs I had that were serious, that weren't like just video editing on my own, was like offices with older people, so they never even gave a shit that I was doing comedy, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, older people barely notice you at work.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, follow us at Epic Tiki, at Luke Soin. Yeah, I don't know. You get it. You watched it. It's fun.
If you sat through this whole thing, more power to you.
And leave a comment below to let us know that you did that.
Yeah. There's like maybe 4 minutes of actual watchable shit.
I'll turn it into clips on Instagram. Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. Bye.
Later.